Good morning. Here we go. Sports has sends it over to not sure yet. It's really early. Erickson back behind the net, chasing after it. Comes up to Idy. Idy takes it, shoves it back into the Bloomington Jefferson line. Comes out. That's Johnson has it. He gets brought down. No penalty. Into the corner. Lorenzen throws a check. Puck comes out front, all the way up to the point for Bloomington. Shot blocked by Swarthout. Swarthout skates down with it, holds up, gets pushed into the corner. He's going out for a line change. Runs in, lays a check on, comes back down, and puck goes up. Record has it. Gets stuck, comes over into the corner. Off to Armentrout. Armentrout's shot was saved by the Bloomington goal. 12 minutes and 57 seconds left here in the first period. Boy, is it early. All of you up and watching this game, I credit you. Riker takes the face off. He's got Piner off to his left. Hagen off to his right. Goes into the corner. Riker has it back. Throws it out to Hagen. Bounces off Hagen. Comes up to Bloomington. Armentrout sends that puck back behind the net. He's got it. Throws it into the corner. Riker keeps it alongside the boards, along with Hagen. Puck comes out. Davis takes it. Sets it up to Riker. Riker sends it into the zone. We're going to get an icing call. Ulrich line out there. He's got Christensen to his left. Puck comes out. Over to Sestefan. Sestefan tries to get out of the zone. He gets stays in. Rasmussen chasing after it. Nice job. Comes out to Sestefan. Sestefan will skate it in. Throws it into the corner. Christensen in with it. Christensen comes out. Shot on net. Goes wide. Rasmussen threw it back around the net. Will come all the way back down. No icing. That was our throw. Rasmussen throws it around back. Comes out. Back into Schwartzbau. Schwartzbau throws it into the zone. We're going to get a line change. Erickson crashes down on it. Keeps it in the corner. Looking for the check. Puck comes out. Bloomington sends it into our corner. Schwartzbau puts the check on. Comes out. Out, picks up the puck. Bloomington controls at center ice. Shot. Saved by Starkey. Idy back behind the net with it. Tries to get it up to Swarthout. Swarthout able to get it out of the zone. Runs and has it alongside the board. Tries to get it over to Erickson. Bloomington takes the puck. Nice. Puck goes back behind the net. Idy with it. Reichert checked off it. Gets to Hagen. Hagen tries to get it out of the zone. Can't. Shot blocked. Up front. Idy into the corner. Puck comes across the crease. Heiner along the boards with it. Shot, glove save by Starkey. 9 minutes and 56 seconds to go here in the first period. Ulrich line out there, comes over to Christensen. Christensen tries to get it up to Sestefan. Just can't. Puck comes along the boards. Sestefan gets it out of the zone. Comes out to Ulrich. Ulrich able to keep it in, only temporarily. Armitage chasing back after. He throws it alongside the boards. Comes back into the corner. Puck picked it up. Gets it out of the zone. Tries to get it up to Sestefan. Sestefan's able to. Oh, wow. That was a nice shot by Christensen. Back into the corner. Ulrich gets taken down. No call. Back behind the net. Comes up the boards. Christensen able to keep it in. Ulrich chasing back. Nice job by Swarthout, able to keep it in the zone, but only temporarily. Pops back out to center ice for Jefferson. Skates it in. Shot goes wide of the net. Rasmussen throws it over to Christensen. Davis picks it up. He's got Swarthout up ahead of him. Hits him. Swarthout gets chucked off the puck. Davis coming in after him. Throws it back behind the net. Comes out. Jefferson coming down the rink. Gets across the ice. Gets taken out by Rasmussen. In the corner is Davis. Rasmussen comes in the house. Swarthout comes out with it. He's got Eriksson. Just missed him. Bloomington throws it back out of his zone. Puck comes all the way down into the corner. We're going to get an icing call. 8 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the first period. Score 0-0. Rakert, Hagen, and Heinert line out with Rasmussen and Schwartzbaugh out back. Jefferson controls on the face-off, brings it out of their zone, goes across ice. Puck goes down deep. Heinert alongside the boards with it now. He gets taken down. No call there. Comes out to Hagen. Hagen gets it to Reichert. Reichert loses a handle on it. Henner picks it up, throws one on. Comes up to the point for Jefferson. Shot deflected by Eide and covered by Starkman. 7 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the first period. Ulrich will take the face off, goes into the corner. Eide picks it up, back behind the net. Throws it over to Christensen. Comes back to Schwartzbaugh, back to Ulrich. Ulrich sends it over to Sestefan. Sestefan's shot, good save by the Bloomington Jefferson goal. Ulrich line stays out there. Heidi and Johnson out back. Goes into the corner. Gets sent across. Bloomington will get it out of the zone. Over to Christensen. Back to Johnson. And that is going to be an offside ball. Face-off will be on the near dot. Ulrich, Sestefan, and Christensen line. Jefferson controls off the face-off. Comes into the CCHA zone. Ulrich picks the pocket, tries to get out of the zone, and does. Sestefan's right there. He gets it up to Christensen. But Bloomington will control after that. Comes up to Idy. Idy throws it across. We're going to get a high stick on Jefferson. We'll get a face-off with 6 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the first period. Lorenzen line out now. Erickson to his left. Swartz out to his right. Comes up to Erickson. Erickson dumps it back into the corner. Lorenzen checks. Well, Swartz gets the puck. Back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen sends it up to Armentrout. Armentrout shot. Do some traffic. Hits the goalie. Let's sort of get it out of the zone. I think he thought it was offside, so Armentrout pulled it out. Sends it to Davis. Davis gets to Erickson. Temporarily, comes all the way back down, and that's going to be an icing call on Bloomington. 5 minutes, 32 seconds left here in the first period. Right line out. Heinert to his left. Hagen to his right. Rasmussen and Schwartzbaugh are in back. All right, here we go. Puck comes up to Rasmussen. He sends it down low. Picked up by Heinert and Reichert in the corner. Heinert chasing after it. Comes up to Hagen. Hagen sends it over to Heinert. And it goes up to Hagen. Nice shot. Saved by Bloomington. Bloomington comes out. As it gets back. Breaks up the play. Hagen picks the puck. Nice job, guys. Good pressure. Comes out of the zone. Cross ice. Broken up. Rasmussen picks it up. Goes up front. Coming back. Shot. Nice save by Starkman. He's over to Hagen. Hagen able to get it out of the zone. Shot. We're going to get an offsides call on Bloomington. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first period. All right, puck comes out. It's a Sestefan. Sestefan carry it in. Out front, Ulrich. And it gets broken up. Puck comes out to Idy. Idy sends it back in deep. Moves all the way around. Ulrich has it in the corner. Gets it out. Oh, almost hits Christensen for the one-timer. Jefferson brings it down. Brings it in the corner. Nice save by Starkman. Comes back to Idy. Idy sends it along the boards, gets it out of the zone. It'll come all the way down. It looks like this is going to be an icing call. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the first. Face off will be to the left of Starkman this morning. Lorenzen in for face off. Gets it over to Davis. Davis sends it back around to Erickson. Just out of his reach. Shot gets blocked by Davis. Carries it back behind the net. Ooh. Bounces off of Jefferson's skate and goes straight to Starkman, and he's able to cover. Lorenzen comes in for the face-off. Gets it over to Almond Trout. Almond Trout sends it along the boards to Swarth out. Swarth out, sends it to Lorenzen. Lorenzen is bringing up the ice. He throws it into the corner. It skates after the line with Swarth out. Nice deflection by Almond Trout to keep it into the zone. Lorenzen overskates it just a little bit, but it gets to Swarth or to Erickson. Erickson and Swarth out back behind the net. Ooh, I think that's taken down. Puck comes all the way out. No ice, because it was us that threw that puck. Davis with it behind the net. He sends it over to Swarth out. Armstrong has it alongside the boards right now. Bloomington picks it up, carries it into the zone. Stopped short. Heinert able to get the puck almost out of the zone, but Jefferson picks it back up again. Shot goes wide of the net. Reichert has it alongside the boards right now. Tries to get it to Heinert. He does, temporarily. Shot goes wide of the net. Trout down with it, sends it back behind the net. Davis checks it up to Hagen. Hagen gets it out of the zone finally, and they're going for a line change. Ulrich, Christensen, and sets the front line out. Up comes cross ice. Ulrich throws it up to sets the front, just misses him. Nice block by Rasmussen. Gets it up to Sestefant. Sestefant in. Shot. Nice. Good save. Puck floating up front. Still available. Comes back behind the net, and we're going to get a frozen puck. With a minute and 27 seconds left here in the first period. Nice little flurry there. Ulrich will take the face off. Sestefant to his left. Christensen to his right. Rasmussen and Schwartzbau back. Puck comes over to Schwartzbau. Schwartzbau shot. Deflected. Goes in the corner for Ulrich. Something's going on. And that's off its more. All right, Ulrich will step in for the face-off. Gets it over to... Oh. All right, puck goes into the corner. Ulrich chases after it. Sestefant in with it as well. Comes to Ulrich. Gets blocked off. Comes up to Christensen. Now the puck is off, or the net is off. But they're not calling it. And then they do it. All right, 57 seconds left here in the first period. Tracy, if you're listening, does this remind you of Guardians of the Galaxy? Little Tears for Fears? Runs and gets the puck back behind the net. Swarth out. Gets it over to Erickson. Erickson throws it up to the point, but no one's home. Puck will come all the way back down. Rasmussen will pick it up back behind the net. Brings it up to Swarth out. Swarth out shovels it over to Erickson. Erickson uses it as he enters the zone. Puck comes back down. Swarth out. Jefferson stays. Oh, they're waving off the ball. And they're going to take a Jefferson player for a cross check. All right, wow. So CCHA will go up on the power play with 26 seconds left here in the first period. Runs in, comes in to take the face off. He's got Swartz out to his left, Erickson to his right. ID and Swartzbauer out back. ID and Johnson out back. Here comes that back to ID. ID sends it over to Johnson. Johnson back to ID. ID back to Johnson. Back to ID. Over to Swartz out. Over to Swartz out. Over sends it back to Erickson. Back to ID. Shot. Lorenzen trying to shovel it in. Goes back behind the net, and that is the end of the first period. With a minute and 34 seconds left on the power play, we'll be back in 60 seconds. All right. We're back for period number 2. Score is tied 0-0. Lorenzen line will start out. Erickson to his right. Swartz out to his left. Tuckles out. Jefferson controls it. Throws it down into the zone for Johnson. We're going to get an icing call. We'll come all the way back down into the Bloomington zone. Minute and 27 seconds left on the power play for CCHA. Lorenzen comes in. Comes back behind the net. Erickson chasing after it. Comes back. Johnson able to hold it just temporarily. Loses an edge. Comes back. He'll skate it in. Johnson doubles back. Sends it over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen comes in. Shot. Nice glove save by the Jefferson goalie. Minute and 6 seconds left in the power play. Score is still 0-0. Right line will come out. Hagen to his right, Heiner to his left, Armentrout and Davis out back. It comes out to Hagen, Hagen to Armentrout, Armentrout to Davis. Davis a shot, nice glove save. Second effort by Hagen. And it's covered by the Bloomington goal. Breaker didn't take the face off. Comes out to Hagen. Hagen throws it to Davis, and the jumps and stuck. Comes out of the zone. Davis sends it over to Armentrout. Armentrout over to Heiner. Puck gets deflected as it goes to Reichert. Puck comes out of the zone. Armentrout sends it over to Davis. Puck comes up center ice. Armentrout takes it. Throws it up to Reichert. Back to Armentrout. Comes over to Heiner. Come on, guys. Hagen's able to carry it in, but only temporarily, and we're going to get an offsides call with 14 seconds left in the power play. All right, Ulrich line out there. Jefferson picks it up. It's lost and Christensen skates. Comes over to Sestafant. Sestafant carries it in the zone. Get it out front, guys. Sestafant bounces it up to Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer shot, bug save. Just goes wide. Christensen, both teams are full strength, by the way. Christensen has it, sends it up to Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer shot gets deflected. And we're going to get a little breakaway player. Rasmussen comes back. It's able to take him down. Nice play. Comes up to Christensen. Comes all the way down the ice. Jefferson picks it up. Sestafant there to break up the play. Gets the puck back behind the net. Looks like Bloomington's going to get a technical. And they're going to send a player to the box. It's like a bench liner. So CCHA will go up on the power play. Lorenzen line out there now. Erickson to his right. Swarthout to his left. Rasmussen and Schwartzbauer on back. Lorenzen comes away with it. Brings it up to Swarthout. Nice job. Schwartzbauer crashes. Keeps the puck in the zone. Swarthout has it. Sends it up to Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer shot. Goes over the net. Comes out. Rasmussen's able to keep it into the zone. Comes to Erickson alongside the boards. Back to Swarthout, or to Lorenzen. Jefferson controls back behind the net. Jumps. Rasmussen's stick comes all the way back into the zone. Erickson picks it up at center ice. Carries it through into the zone. Stop short. Sends it to Swarthout. Swarthout to Schwartzbauer. Nice save. Jefferson comes back out. Gets it out of the zone. Back to Schwartzbauer. Puck comes down. Jefferson's got a 2-on-1. Shot. Nice save by Stockman. Wow. That's great. 45 seconds left in the power play. Puck comes to Hagen. Just over his stick. Goes into the corner. Comes back down. Heinrich's got it down the corner. Sends it up top to Heidi. Heidi's shot. Nice save. Goes into the corner for Heinrich. Heinrich sends it back up to Heidi. Heidi sends it across to Johnson. Johnson has it back behind the net. Sends it up top to Heidi. Heidi's shot gets blocked. Johnson back. Last knock the puck. Heidi picks it up. Heidi sends it up to Reichert. Reichert sevens it to Heinrich. Heinrich trying to get in the zone. Both teams are at full strength now. Puck comes cross ice. Cross gets it to Sestafant. Sestafant throws it cross ice. Right through the crease. It's up to Sestafant. Sestafant hits Christensen. Pushes it in. Tries to get it to Reichert. Puck comes in. Bloomington has it back behind the net. Throws it up to the top of the point. And the net's off its line. 9 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the second period. Score is still tied 0-0. Little discussion with the ref. Ulrich steps in to take the face off. Puck comes into the corner for Armentrout. Armentrout throws and runs back to the boards. Gets to Sestefant. Puck comes out for Ulrich. Ulrich will bring it out of the zone, gets it up to Sestefant. Sestefant's able to push it and do it. Christensen coming back in along with Ulrich behind the net. Ulrich comes away with it, sends it up to the front for Armentrout. Armentrout shot, looking for a deflection. Sestefant in the corner with it temporarily, comes back up to center ice. Ulrich gets it to Sestefant. Sestefant will spin it out, and we're going to get an outside spot. 8 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the second period. Lorenz and line will come out. Erickson to his right, Swift out to his left. Puck comes back to Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer sends it into the Jefferson zone, and we're going to get an icing call. He's just past the red line when he shot it. Puck will come all the way down to the right of Starkman. Lorenzen steps in. Puck goes into the corner for Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer sends it over to Swarthout. Swarthout shovels it up, hits Lorenzen. Lorenzen and Erickson going to the net. Shot goal! Nice job. Nice shot by Lorenzen. Faked it to Erickson and beat the Jefferson goalie on the stick side. 8 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the second period. CCHA up 1-0 over Bloomington. Lorenzen line will stay out there. It comes out. Erickson gets it to Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer to Lorenzen. Lorenzen. Erickson comes in. Shot saved by the Bloomington goalie. Lorenzen's able to keep it in. Erickson has it back behind the net now. Back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen throws it out front. Rasmussen breaks it up. Erickson able to knock that puck down at center ice. Rasmussen takes a hit. Comes out across. Nice shot by Bloomington. They missed it. Erickson throws it all the way down. That's going to be an icing call. 7 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the second period. Line will come out. Faceoff goes to the boards. Up to the point for Bloomington. Shot goes over the net. High. Nice save by Starkman. Took a funny carom off the glass. Puck comes out, hits Heinrich's skate. Riker picks it up, gets it to Heinrich. Heinrich carries it in. Shot. Deflected and glove saved by the Bloomington goalie. 6 minutes and 58 seconds left here in the second period. CCHAF 1-0 over Bloomington. Riker steps in. Hagen to his right, Heinrich to his left. Johnson and Eide out back. Puck comes to Heinrich, back to Eide. Heidi's shot goes into the corner. Reichert and Hagen chasing after it. Heinrich in to help out. And it's Johnson's stick. Comes all the way back. Bloomington will pick it up. Eide breaks up the play. Gets it to Hagen. Hagen tries to get it to Heinrich. Bloomington carries it into their zone. Puck comes cross ice. Deflected, shot, nice save by Specky. 6 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the second period. Score CCHA 1, Bloomington Jefferson 0. Ulrich will come in to take the face off. Goes into the corner for Armentrout. Armentrout throws it across for Sestafant. Sestafant helps it around the boards. Comes back down. Davis will take it. He's trying to hit John or Christensen, but can't. Sestafant throws it across Christensen. Christensen will bring him in the zone, but gets taken down afterwards. Puck comes back behind the Bloomington goal. Christensen in the corner. Sestafant is able to pull that puck out, but it bounces out of the zone. Davis back for it. Davis will throw it on the boards, but Bloomington will be able to keep it in. Ulrich comes away with it. Gets it over to Christensen. Christensen's got a breakaway there. Comes in. And nice save by Bloomington goalie. Puck goes wide of the net. Bloomington controls, throws across ice. Armentrout's able to keep it in. Back to Sestafant. Sestafant has it back behind the net right now. Along with Ulrich. And they fall on it. And the whistle's blown with 5 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the second period. Score is still 1-0. CCHA. Lorenzen line will come out. Lorenzen steps in. He's got Erickson to his right, Swarthout to his left, Rasmussen and Schwartzbauer at back. Up comes to Swarthout. Swarthout sends it back into the corner. Bloomington throws it along beside the boards. Schwartzbauer crashes, tries to keep it in. Can't. Swarthout has it at center ice. He gets checked off the puck. Comes to Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer sends it across ice. And we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a cross check. Looks like it's on Bloomington against Swarthout. So CCHA will go up on a 2-minute power play with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the first period. Lorenzen line still out there. He steps in to take the face off. Comes out to Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer's shot gets deflected into the corner. Comes out to Bloomington. Bloomington will carry it all the way down. We got some Bloomington parents that are upset about the no call. Puck's in the corner. Lorenzen. He comes away with it. Looks like it's Schwartzbauer. Have it. Sends it along the boards. Trying to hit Erickson. Bloomington will control in their zone. Throws it back up at center ice. Schwartzbauer pick it up. Gets it out. Doesn't get it out. Bloomington picks it up. 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the power play. And I think we're going to get a penalty on CCHA. It looks like it's Lorenzen for tripping. All right, so it's 4-4 with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left. That'll be the sitch for 1 minute and 11 seconds. Heinert in to take the face off. Ooh, wow. Here we go. Face-off goes into the corner, right? He picks it up. Sends it up to Heinert. Heinert throws it across ice to Hagen. Hagen picks it up, sends it to Idy. Heidi has it in the corner. It's 4-on-4 for the next 50 seconds. And then Bloomington will go up on a power play. Bloomington carries it down. Broken up by Johnson. Unfortunately, it bounced off of Johnson's skate right onto the stick of the Bloomington player, and they were tied up at 1-1. 3 minutes and 56 seconds left here in the first period or second period. There's 1-1. We'll continue with the 4-on-4 for another 43 seconds. Riker didn't take the face off. Puck comes out. Bloomington has control. Deflected by Armentrout into the corner. Sestefan in to help him out. Bloomington controls it though. Puck comes out to Reichert. Reichert looking for Sestefan. Hits him. Sestefan carries him in the zone. His shot. Oh, goes off the pipe. Comes out. Sestefan's able to keep it into the zone. Throws it back behind the net. 9 seconds left in the 4-on-4. That comes out to Sestefan. Sestefan loses his handle on it. Throws it out of the zone. Bloomington carries it back in. Shot goes over the net. Back along the boards. Reichert gets it out of the zone. Bloomington's up on a power play for the next 30 seconds. Sestefan passing back behind the net. Bloomington's in. Goes across. Armentrout blocks that. Bloomington has it in the corner. Comes out front. Ulrich is there. Gets it to Armentrout. Armentrout gets it out of the zone. Puck comes out center right for Bloomington. They carry it into the CCHA zone. Shot and a goal. Nothing Stratton could have done about that. Top shelf on his glove side. They go up 2-1. Minute and 53 seconds left here in the second. For CCHA 1, Bloomington Jefferson 2. Lorenzen line out, Erickson to his right. Swarthout to his left. Schwartzbow and Rasmussen out back. That comes up center ice for Bloomington. Carried in the CCHA zone. Schwartzbow throws it out of the zone. Comes all the way down. No icing. It's waved off. Comes out to Lorenzen. Lorenzen's shot gets blocked. Goes back behind the net. Comes back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen in the corner with it now. Jefferson throws it across ice. Rasmussen, or Schwartzbow, bounces it off to Rasmussen. Rasmussen hits Lorenzen. Lorenzen's got Swarthout to his left. Brings it back around the net. Into the corner. Sends it into Hagen. Just missed Hagen. Comes over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen dumps it back in. Comes cross ice. Reichert picks it up, throws it up to Heinert. Heinert gets it up alongside the boards, but Bloomington picks it up. They'll send it back. Get it out of the zone. Bring it up. Back to Schwartzbow. Schwartzbow hits Heinert. Heinert tries to get it to Reichert. Reichert deflects it into the corner. Comes all the way back out. It's Heidi. Heidi sends it back into Heinert. 20 seconds left here in the period. Reichert and Heinert in the corner. Heinert lost his stick. Back to Hagen. Hagen sends it to Heidi. Heidi shot. It's deflected. Back to Reichert. Reichert throws it out front. Heinert throws it out front. Back to Heidi. Heidi's able to keep it in. Reichert sends it to Hagen. Hagen's open up front. Oh, and at the buzzer, his shot goes wide of the net. All right, folks, we're going to have a re-icing here. So we're going to be back in about 10 minutes. So smoke them if you got them. All right, for you dedicated fans, of which there are 17 of you now. Holy smokes, 18. That's awesome. Here we are for the third and final period. CCHA versus Bloomington Jefferson. Lorenzen takes the face off. Goes over to Erickson. Erickson dumps it into the Jefferson zone. Ulrich in the corner, Swarthout in the corner with it temporarily. Comes back on the net. Eric's going to have it alongside the boards, along with Swarthout. Puck comes out. Back to Bloomington, will carry it out of the zone. Idy poke checks that away. Or Johnson, excuse me, poke checks that away. Comes over to Idy. Idy tries to hit. Erickson gets deflected. Comes cross ice. It'll come all the way down. No icing is called. Davis back right now. Davis sends it around the back for Idy. Idy stops short. Sends it up the board to Erickson. Erickson gets it to Lorenzen. Lorenzen alongside the board with it now. To Hagen. Hagen has it in the corner. Throws it up front. Saved by Bloomington goalie. Hagen has it stopped behind the net. Nice job. Comes up behind it. Comes to Davis. Davis at the point. Nice job. Shot. Come on, guys. And Bloomington covers. 12 minutes and 41 seconds left here in the third period. Reichert, Heinert, and Hagen line out. Armentrout and Davison back. Reichert didn't take the face off. Comes back to Armentrout. Armentrout's shot. Gets blocked into the corner. Puck comes out. Blocked by Davis. Reichert sends it alongside the boards to Davis. Comes out. Armentrout steps up. Keeps it out of the zone. Bloomington player comes out. Reichert picks it up. Gets it to Armentrout. Armentrout's shot. Nice save. Another goal! So the Bloomington goalie kicked it back out to Armentrout, and Armentrout was able to throw it back on net. So it's Armentrout to Bloomington Jefferson goalie, back to Armentrout, into the net. 12 minutes and 8 seconds. Score is tied up 2-2 in this very early morning game. Ulrich line out. Sestefan to his left. Christensen to his right. Comes into the zone. Sestefan. Sestefan gets to Christensen. Christensen to Ulrich. Comes all the way back to Rasmussen. Rasmussen sends it over to Schwartzbau. Schwartzbau sends it up to Sestefan. Ulrich. Sestefan. Sestefan in. Shot. Nice goal! Sestefan. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Sestefan's goal. No, Christensen's goal. So Sestefan to Christensen. That got the goal. All right. Early in the third period, I'm glad you guys stuck around. It's gone from down 1-1 to up by 1. Ulrich line will stay out there. Puck comes out. Back to Rasmussen. Rasmussen to Sestefan. Sestefan gets it up to Ulrich. Ulrich shovels it up to Christensen. Out front. Gets out of the zone. Schwartzbau picks it back up. Sends it over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen sends it back up to Sestefan. Sestefan sends it across. We're in the middle of the line change, so it comes back to Schwartzbau. Schwartzbau sends it up to Sestefan. Bounces off his stick onto a Jefferson skate. Over to Sestefan. Sestefan will clear it out of the zone. Ulrich chasing after it. Comes back out. Rasmussen's able to keep it out of the zone temporarily. Comes into the corner for Schwartzbau. Schwartzbau sends it around for Erickson. Erickson tries to put cross ice to Swarthout. Back at center ice. Bloomington Jefferson sends it deep into the zone. Heidi back for it now. Heidi still has it. Brings it back behind the net. Sends it up to Swarthout. Swarthout gets it out of the zone. Erickson chasing after it. Comes back down deep into the zone. Comes over to Johnson. Johnson will try and help it out of the zone. Comes on to Starkman. Starkman sends it into the corner. Comes back in center ice. Swarthout picks it up. Tries to get it to Lorenzen. Lorenzen gets it to Erickson. Erickson gets checked off the puck. Goes in for a line change. That comes out. Bloomington will carry it in, but they're going to be outside. 9 minutes and 46 seconds left here in the third and final period. Score CCHA 3, Bloomington Jefferson 2. Reichert line out there now. Hagen will be to his right. Heinert to his left. Up comes to Heinert. Heinert gets it to Olmentrout. Olmentrout sends it across ice. Tries to hit Reichert, misses him. Comes into the zone. Reichert picks it up. Shot on net. Comes over to Heinert. Heinert now on the boards with it. Reichert didn't help him out. Hagen comes in too. Puck goes back behind the net. Comes up to the point for Davis. Davis is able to keep it into the zone, but only temporarily. Comes back out. They're going to regroup. Davis sends it back in, but not deep enough for a line change. Bloomington brings it back behind the net. Looks to wrap it around. Heinert pips the puck. Looking for Hagen. Can't hit him. Bloomington picks it back up again. They'll carry it back in. Shot goes wide of the net. Davis back with it. Puck comes out front. Heinert picks it up. They'll send it all the way down. That'll be an icing call. 8 minutes and 33 seconds left here in the third period. Score CCHA 3, Bloomington Jefferson 2. Ulrich line comes out. He's in for the face-off. Schwartzbauer picks it up, throws it along the boards. Shot goes wide of the net. Back to the point for Bloomington, blocked by Setstefan. Ulrich got his puck up front. Nice save by Starkman, and that's a goal. Starkman is not happy. It interfered with in the net, and they still called it, so score is 3-3. There's a little bit of discussion around what they're going to call a good goal. All right, 8 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the third period, and we're all tied up threes. Runs him in to take the face off. He's got Erickson to his right, Swarthout to his left. Back is Eide and Johnson. Puck comes out to Eide. Eide sends it over to Johnson. Eide sends it up alongside the boards. Tries to hit Christensen, misses him. Puck's able to stay in the zone just temporarily. Bloomington brings it back in. Johnson puts a check on, gets it to Lorenzen. Lorenzen gets rubbed off it. Puck comes out of the zone. Erickson and Swarthout have it, but lose it to the Jefferson player. Lorenzen in, putting some pressure on. Puck comes up the middle ice. Heinert picks it up. Jefferson carries it in, gets broken up. And he sends it cross ice, and we're going to get an icing call. 7 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game. Scores all tied up at threes. Puck comes out. Riker took the face off. Comes to Jefferson. Jefferson gets blocked off it. Puck comes right out front. Davis able to get the puck out of the zone. Out of the crease. Puck comes up. Hagen slaps at it. Comes back to Hagen from Reichert. Comes back. We're going to an offside foul. All right. Reichert takes the face off. He's got Hagen to his right. Einert to his left. Back is Armentrout and Davis. Puck comes back to Armentrout. Sends it up to Heinert. Heinert skates in. His shot goes wide of the net. Hagen's got it in the corner. He throws it across ice. Comes out of the zone. Armentrout controls while it's center ice. They'll bring it back in. Heinert sends it back to Davis. Davis sends it back in. Picked up by Bloomington. Bloomington will skid it out. Armentrout blocks that puck. Hagen picks it up at center ice. He's interfered, and that's going to be a penalty. So 6 minutes and 26 seconds left. CCHA will go up on the power play. Bloomington goes for interference. The Ulrich line is out there now. That's Christensen to his left. Sets Stefan to his right. Armentrout and Davis will stay out back. Ulrich steps in to take the face off. Oh, we have two players in the box. Might have been a bench technical or a player technical. Anyways, power play. Armentrout, shot, save by Bloomington. Comes out to Christensen. Christensen to Ulrich. Ulrich gets it up to Armentrout. Back to Ulrich. Ulrich out front. And the net's off. We've been having problems with that net all morning. Keeps coming out. So Ulrich will take face off with about 1 minute and 42 seconds left on the power play. Ulrich wins the face off. Puck stays there. Comes out to Armentrout. Armentrout's shot goes wide of the net. Back in the corner with Ulrich. Ulrich gets it to Christensen. Christensen has it back behind the net, but Bloomington will pick it back up. They throw it out front. Davis. Davis' shot blocked. Goes into the corner. Armentrout picks it up. Throws it back to Christensen. Bounces over to Ulrich. Net came off again with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the power play. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Going to get a line change here. Looks like it'll be a Lorenzen line. Erickson out to his right. Swarth out to his left. Swartzfeld and Rasmussen come on for defense. Puck comes up. Erickson shoves it over to the boards. Rasmussen will pick it up. Gets it to Erickson. Erickson tries to get it to Lorenzen. He does. Lorenzen's shot goes over the net. Back to Swarthout. Swarthout throws it back behind the net. Puck comes out. It'll come all the way down, and that'll be an icing call. 56 seconds left in the power play. 5 minutes and 21 seconds left here in the third period. All right, Lorenzen gets the face off, gets it into the corner, comes up to Schwartzball at point. Schwartzball has that puck come out of the zone, comes all the way down to CCHA where Rasmussen will pick it up and send it up to Swarthout. Bounces off Swarthout's stick, or skate, a little out of his reach. Comes out to Lorenzen. Lorenzen will carry it down. Gets the Swarthout. Swarthout sends it over to, and we're going to get a tripping call on Bloomington. So it'll be 5-on-3. Bloomington box is getting a little full. CCHA calls a timeout. Hey, folks. We'll be back in a few. All right, 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. CCHA go up on a 5-on-3 power play for the next 25 seconds. Ulrich takes the face off, comes out to Johnson. Johnson to Armentrout, back to Johnson again. Johnson down low. Comes back to Johnson, to Armentrout. Jumps Armentrout's stick. Puck gets deflected. Over to Lorenzen. Goal. Nice job, boys. Little tic-tac-toe. Got the job done. Looks like Erickson got the goal with a assist from Swarthout. Right line will come out. It'll be 5-on-4. Score right now is CCH up 4-3 over Bloomington Jefferson. They'll stay on the power play for another minute and 35 seconds. Reichert out for the face-off. Hagen to his right. Oh, looks like we might get a little bit of a break here in the action. All right. Reichert in for the face-off. Einer to his left. Hagen to his right. That back is Eide and Johnson. Jefferson controls off the face-off. Shot on Starkman and his glove saves. Oh, both teams at full strength. Jefferson controls off point. Shot on Starkman. Nice save. Gets into the corner. Comes up to the point. Shot. Starkman glove save. 4 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the game. Ulrich and I will come out. Ulrich in to take the face off. We're going to get a whistle on the face off. We're going to redo that. Ulrich will come off. Christensen will come in. Puck goes into the corner. Armentrout sends it along to Sexton. Sexton lets it out of the zone, comes into Bloomington zone. Christensen in after it. Sexton in to help out. Puck comes back behind the net. Bloomington will pick it up, sends it across ice, off the Sexton's skate. Puck comes back into Davis. Davis has it, sends it along the board. Puck comes back in deep for Bloomington. Ulrich is there. Ulrich sends it up the ice. Sexton chasing after it. They'll get there first. Keeps it into the zone. Christensen back behind the net. Comes out to center ice for Davis. Davis fans on that, gets it up to Christensen. Christensen able to get into the zone. Sexton picks it up. Tries to backhand it over to Christensen, who's up front, but picked up by a Bloomington player. Bloomington carries him into the zone. Armentrout has it. Tries to throw it along the boards for Lorenzen. Puck comes out. We're going to get an offsides call on Bloomington. 3 minutes left to here in the game. Score is CCHA 4, Bloomington Jefferson 3. Face-off will be on the near dot. Lorenzen line out there. He's got Erickson to his right, Swarthout to his left. Out back is Schwartzbau and Rasmussen. And that's going to be an icing call. So it'll come all the way back down. Looks like it'll be to the left of Starkman. Lorenzen in for the face-off. Goes over to the boards. Comes up to the point. Shot gets blocked. Goes back behind the net. Bloomington throws it up front. Back to the point. Blocked by Erickson. Erickson tries to throw it over to Swarthout, but a stick broke. Puck comes out. Rasmussen takes him out. Back to Erickson. He's picked up a new stick alongside the board. Gets hit by the ref. Comes up to the point. Alongside the boards. Stayed in. Rasmussen able to get it up to Lorenzen. Swarthout. Swarthout flicks it out. And whistle's blown. Not quite sure why. Oh, Bloomington's on a penalty. Not sure what for. Oh, it might have been a roughing call. Oh, both players go. So we're 5-5. Yeah. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the game. Coincidental Miners will keep it 5-5 for the remainder of the game, pretty much. Face-off is going to be the right of Starkman. Riker will take the face-off. Puck comes in, taken down. Riker throws it back behind the net. Heinert picks it up. Tosses it along the boards. He's got Hagen on a breakaway. If Hagen can get there, get a shot off. Tries to send it back to Riker to get deflected into the corner. Heinert with it now. Riker gets it out to Johnson, to Heinert. Heinert shot. It's saved by Bloomington. Back to Heinert. Bloomington throws it along the boards. Comes back out. Broken up. Shot. Save. Idy's able to get it out. Gets it to Hagen. Comes into the corner. Heinert's got it alongside the boards, comes out to the point for Bloomington. Shot gets deflected into the corner. Back to Reichert. Reichert throws along the boards, gets deflected. Back to Heinert. Heinert gets it out of the zone. Minute left in the period. Puck comes out, comes all the way down, and that's going to be an icing call. 59.7 seconds left here in the game. CCHA up 4-3 over Bloomington Jefferson. Ulrich line will come out. Armentrout and Davis out back. Sestefan to the left. Christensen to the right, and we're going to have a timeout by Bloomington. So we will be back in just a couple of minutes. All right, this morning's game is brought to you by Burt's Bees. Keeps your lips nice and moist. 59 seconds left here, folks. Ulrich steps in to take the face off. He's got Sestefan to his left, Christensen to his right. Armentrout and Davis out back. All right, we got to figure it out now. Ulrich gets the face off, gets it to Christensen. Christensen throws it back into the corner. Sestefan with it now. Trying to just freeze it alongside the boards. He gets tackled, but no call. Comes up the boards. Armentrout's able to keep it out. Hits Sestefan. Sestefan carries into the zone. He's got Ulrich off to his left. Shot goes wide of the net. Armentrout puts one on. Gets blocked by Bloomington. With 20 seconds left here in the game. It's tied up in the corner. Nice job, boys. Puck squirts out. Christensen tries to get it on. Sestefan doubles it back into the zone. Goes in deep. Christensen chasing after. Puts some pressure on. Sestefan in to help out. Puck comes deep into the zone. And that will do it. Good fight, boys. Final score here this morning is CCHA 4, Bloomington Jefferson 3. Good battle. All right, folks, we will see you this afternoon